Good evening. I had a wonderful time with everyone this afternoon, and I brought my 14-year-old daughter down here, and we decided to go and watch the Mardi Gras parade. So really lots of fun. You get these beads. But it was really quite fascinating. You're standing there on the side, and the kids and everyone is putting their hands out, begging for the beads, all the stuff that's being thrown down from the floats by the men in masks and white tie, the rich guys, yeah. They're throwing it over the side, and everyone's got their hands up, and I got a lot of beads. It's like, this is exactly like the politicians, lining up the side of the streets, and the rich guys in the white tie tossing the goodies over, and of course the men in the masks, you never know who they are. It could be the Koch brothers. Are the Koch brothers here tonight? Any Koch brothers? Oh, they're busy destroying the environment. It could be the Mercers. I don't know what they're planning. Oh, gee. Don't get me going there. It could be Vladimir Putin. I don't know. Money these days in politics. I saw a graph that was presented this afternoon about the amount of dollars and $1 billion in the last presidential election. And I was going to raise my hand and say, that's the dollars. Now, where are the rubles? And the rest of it. Because what we are talking about tonight is an issue that's critically important to the survival of our country as an independent country. We were once a colony. We were divided up into spheres of influence by the British and the French and the Spaniards. Every European power wanted to have influence over what happened here. And then we joined with other powers to do the same around the world. That's what colonialism was about. Well, the founders of this country, though, in the Tea Party, I'm talking about the real Tea Party, not these phonies who run around trying to justify the Citizens United case, but the real Tea Party. When they saw that a multinational corporation, the East India Company, was bringing its tea into Boston Harbor, the East India Company had already corrupted most of the members of Parliament, who were Edmund Burke gave great speeches on the floor of the House of Commons about the corruption of the East India Company. The American people didn't want it here. That's why the tea went into Boston Harbor. It was taxation without representation, and that's exactly what we have today. We pay the taxes. We pay the taxes, and a very, very small group of people gets to decide what's done with the money, how our government works, how we are regulated, who is not regulated, the Koch brothers. And this oligarchy that controls our government is no longer just Americans, but it is global, because capitalism is global. This is what globalization is all about, and President Donald Trump can rant and rave about globalization as he's going to visit his properties all over the world and doing the sword dance in Saudi Arabia and the rest of it. But globalization is here, and corporate wealth is global. And then they say it is illegal to have foreign campaign money in a United States election. It is illegal for foreign nationals to contribute anything to an American campaign. It is illegal for a foreign corporation to do that or for a foreign government to do that. Well, right. It's also illegal to drink under the age of 21. And I wrote in my book on campaign finance reform that was published in January of 2016 about all of the ways you could get foreign government money into United States campaigns, through corporate acquisitions, through subsidiaries, through joint venture agreements, and all the ways it could be done. I thought I had figured it out, but Vladimir Putin was several steps ahead of me. When I published that book, it was just months before President Trump won the Republican nomination, then Donald Trump, candidate Trump. I never knew about the various tricks that the Russians are up to, but there will come a time when we put this behind us, this disaster, and some people are let off in handcuffs. I think Robert Mueller's working on that. Yeah. But we are not going to be able to overcome this problem if we don't fix money in politics. Because there will always be a country that wants to own a United States president. Other countries are going to look at this situation and say, Russia's not the only country that's going to pull this off. We are going to pull this off, maybe with the Democrats and maybe again with the Republicans. We don't know. And look at the way we responded to it just this past couple of days when we see foreign infiltration of an American election, foreign espionage. We see close associates of the president or hanging around with the Russians, and we're going to have a big fight over the FISA warrant and pointing the fingers at our own intelligence. What we don't understand is that the United States is vulnerable to foreign infiltration of our elections, and we are not going to solve that problem just by getting rid of Donald Trump. We're going to solve that problem by getting rid of Citizens United, having some serious changes in the Supreme Court or in our Constitution. We need to reverse that decision and get the money out of politics, the big money. Second, we need much more disclosure. President Obama suggested that. It would be perfectly constitutional. The Supreme Court would not stamp in the way, and guess what? Congress wouldn't do anything. Why not? Because they're getting too much of this stuff. Yep. And last, we need small dollar donors to have a meaningful role in this system. And that's why I have suggested that Congress ought to enact a law, it could be done by statute, saying that the first $200 of our tax dollars should go to the candidate or the campaign party of our choice. That's taxation with representation. And I urge taxation only with representation. And I have said that I don't think anybody ought to have to pay taxes unless they have that right. Now, I know my more conservative friends just want to say, let's just not pay taxes, but that's not, no. But I should not have to be paying taxes to support a government that's run by the Koch brothers and the Mercer family and Vladimir Putin. It's not going to be happening, not in my country. So thank you very much. Let's continue the fight, and we are going to get money out of politics and make this country the democracy that it really should be and that we all believe in. Thank you.